I was watching a TikTok and I was reminded that not all songs should be singles. What do I mean by that? Just because you've recorded a song doesn't mean it should be a single. And you got to go back in time where when artists would release albums were always very, very popular. But they would always choose one, two, or three songs off that record, and those would be the singles. And guess what songs those were? Those were their best, most groundbreaking. I want to tell you why not all your songs should be singles. And I think that we've got this confusion just because of the singles economy that we're in now, that we think that every song we record should be released as a single. But let's define what a single is or was kind of back in the day. When artists would always release albums, they would generally release singles with it. So they would take the best song, the song that would have the biggest chance of blowing up, getting on radio, really mass marketing appeal, and they would release it as a single, normally on vinyl or on CD, and it would have the song, it would have the radio edit, and it would have the instrumental on it, and that would be the single that would go out because there's going to be a music video behind it, it's going to go to radio, and we're going to just really blow it up. But now we've gotten to this point where every song that we record as artists, we release it and we say that's our new single, right? But let me ask you this, is the quality there of a single? If you remember back in the day when you'd go and buy a CD and you'd buy an album, not all the songs are hits, not all the songs on my new album are single worthy. Right? But we did release all the songs as singles. And guess what? Some really blew up and did well. And those are the ones really that we need to put the money behind and blow up. And that's the mistake I made. We called this album I Run With Wolves. We released a song called I Run With Wolves. I shot a $5,000 music video for I Run With Wolves. And guess what? It's not even the top 5 most popular song on this record. And so this is why it's really important to release songs sometimes and find out which ones are the hits and then push them, put more gas behind them. But a lot of times we're releasing these songs saying they're a single and they're not really hit worthy. They're not single worthy. They're song worthy, but are they single worthy? Does it deserve that real push? And you might say, well, all my songs are hits. Well, really? Are they? Are they all getting that many streams? And so that's why it's really important to obviously craft songs that are the best you possibly can, and why it is good to release a song as a single so you can put the focus behind it and really blow it up. But what I've come to realize is that, the industry has changed and the conversation has changed, and we've kind of forgotten that singles were really just the hits. And so what I'm trying to encourage you with this video is make the best music you possibly can. Don't go for quantity, go for quality. And dial it back because you only need one song to blow up. This comes back to the whole 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, where really 20% of your songs are the ones that are really crushing and 80% aren't really doing that much. It's the same thing with business, right? 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. 80% of my music revenue comes from 20% of my songs, the top ones, the best ones. But you definitely want to be releasing the best music you can. You want to put as much energy and focus you can behind each song, but don't confuse songs with singles, and don't be afraid not to release a song. If it's not a hit, well, first of all, you should try and figure that out before you finish recording it and mixing it, mastering it. But even then, if it's not a hit, well, then don't release it as a single. Hold it back. Don't even release it, period. There's a lot of songs that we'll write for TV and film, and a lot of those will get released as songs, but some of them don't. I'm like, no, man, it's off-brand. It's not good enough. Like, my fans aren't gonna freak out about that. It's not gonna hit. Like, I remember one artist shared, they're really, really big, and they recorded an album, and they said that the album just was not a hit, and it would be better if they just took a year off because the album didn't help their career go to the next level. And you want to think, is this song going to help me get to the next level? Or is it just another song, just another album? Or is it going to be one that catapults you to the next level?